Hello, everyone. Our group will be representing the Iranian civil unrest. So we are Nathan, Uday, Nasprit, Alicia, my co-partner Goyani, and I myself, Rosanida. So first, let me introduce you some cultures of Iran. Not wearing a hijab in Iran is punishable crime. Since the country's 1979 Islamic Revolution, Iranian law requires all women to wear hijab. Iranian's morality police arrests women who violate the dress code, and Masa Amini was arrested by the same. So, a 22-year-old woman died after morality police arrest. Masa Amini, who is visiting the capital of Tehran with her family on September 13, while she was exiting the metro station in the center of the city of Tehran with her brother, she was confronted by the so-called morality police for being allegedly dressed inappropriately. Then she was taken to the police station for what the authorities so-called re-education of why hijab is mandatory in Iran. Usually, the re-education classes last about for 1 hour, but not the case for Masa Amini. The authorities said that Masa suffered from heart attack and was taken to the hospital, where she was in a coma. Then she had another heart attack and died. But there are eyewitnesses claimed she was allegedly beaten to the death. Her death sparked mass demonstrations that have sent engulfed cities and fueled calls to dissolve the morality police and end of the country's hijab law, with protesters defiantly setting fire to their headscarves. Others chanted death to the dictator and being killed for the scarves. How long will this humiliation last? Authorities responded to the unrest with force reportedly killing people and wounding dozens of other demonstrators. In stifling protests, officials employed tear gas and lethal force in certain regions, cracking down with tear gas and lethal force against protesters, demanding accountability for women's death in police custody, reinforces the systemic nature of government rights abuses and impunity. So how does this escalated? Authority suppresses mobile data access in an attempt to control the narrative and cycle visibility to share videos online. The protest called on the Iran government to stop escalating tensions and to refrain the community further acts of violence against its own population. So they urged Iran to meaningfully address the grievances of all of its citizens without discrimination and to protect the right to peaceful protest. International sanctions condemn Iran for a nationwide protest over human rights, security, and economy ruling. Now, may I pass it on to Vaniska?
So here is the historical contents. As we can see, Iran's push to create democratic and stronghold of its own national interest in the late 1940s, early 1950s. Many Western ideas flowed into the country, including greater autonomy and opportunity for women, overthrown by American British-backed monarchies. The West felt their oil business would be negatively affected when the government of Iran wanted to nationalize all company in the religion. Monarchists disregarded the people and implemented sultanism, sowed distrust in Western views and ideas as the monarchy had close ties with America, caused a culture revolution, the overthrew the monarchy, creating the Islamic Republic of Iran. Many Western ideas were cast off, particularly women's right. The government made wearing the hijab compulsory, where it had been optional prior. As we can see in the picture, the lady was only wearing hijab, but is it not that was not mandatory to cover her face, but now it is compulsory to cover her every woman's face as well. Iranian's demographic movement began as more people became educated through educational reforms in the 70s, 80s, and questioned the government. Impact on the world. These protests are led by Iranian Generation Z, with women at the forefront. And what's been a key here is the Iranian Generation Z are much more likely to online too. They are on social media such as TikTok, Instagram. They use social media to express themselves and for their voices to be heard. The main purpose here is their fight for freedom from the Islamic regime. Every though many influencers who posted anything related to anti-regime protest were arrested in Iran. Iranians who lives outside of their country still maintaining online protest as well as weekly protest with the agreement and support of local government. These demonstrations are the most widespread challenge to Iran's leadership since the 2019 post-election protest called the Green Movement. The Islamic Republic has viewed internet and social media as a national security threat. So inside or the country, many international media are being prohibited. Despite international attention and protest across the globe, the regime has refused to yield to the protest demands, instead continuing repression of the demonstration via violence and internet shutoffs. A lot of countries such as USA, Canada, Germany, France, Italy, and more sanctioned Iranian's government and related persons. Canadian government said that they always will be the Iranian people, their family and well-being in response for Iranian blatant disregard for human life. And as being with as a part of Canada, we are really proud of our Canadian government that we are protecting and we are supporting Iranian people and each and every Iranian woman against this protest. This is our reference, and thank you for watching our video. Hope you also support the Iranian each and every single woman who is suffering from wearing hijab. Hijab should not be mandatory. Hijab should be optional. And thank you for supporting us. Thank you.